High standards sound impressive. You want to be excellent. You don't settle for just okay. You expect more from yourself, from others, from life. It's what people admire, right? She has high standards. He never accepts average. They always go above and beyond. But here's the trap nobody talks about. High standards can quietly destroy your confidence, kill your progress, and keep you stuck in a cycle that looks productive, but feels like failure. Let's break this open. High standards are invisible prisons. At first, they feel empowering. You think, I'm holding myself to a higher level. I don't want to cut corners. I expect better. But over time, those high standards stop guiding you and start controlling you. Everything becomes not good enough, not fast enough, not smart enough, not perfect enough. Suddenly, nothing you do feels like progress because perfection became the baseline, and anything less than perfect feels like failure. That's not ambition, that's mental sabotage. You confuse high standards with high pressure. There's a difference. Real standards are principles. They guide your process, they create structure. Toxic standards are conditions. They control your worth. They make success conditional. If it's not excellent, it's worthless. If I'm not proud of it, I failed. If I need help, I'm not good enough. You're no longer building, you're defending. Defending your image, defending your value, defending your identity. You're not growing, you're bracing. The perfection loop. This is how it works. You start something new. You get excited. You imagine the highest version of it. You realize it's going to take effort and vulnerability. You hesitate, you say, it's not ready yet. You tweak, stall, procrastinate. You quit or never launch. You feel guilty. You set an even higher standard next time, repeat. It feels like discipline. It looks like high performance, but it's fear, dressed up as ambition. Harvard research backs this up. In a study on performance and anxiety, researchers found that people with excessively high personal standards experience lower resilience, more stress, increased avoidance, and decreased creative output. Why? Because when the standard is impossibly high, your brain sees every task as a threat. You're not thinking, let's grow. You're thinking, don't mess this up. That activates fight, flight, or freeze, not flow. High standards destroy momentum. Ask yourself this. When's the last time you finished something before you felt 100% ready? If your answer is never, your standards are running the show. You're trapped in the lie that you can't move until it's flawless. But the truth is, clarity comes from action, not from planning. And progress comes from starting, not from waiting. Letting your standards define your pace is like asking permission from your own anxiety. And guess what? It will always say, not yet. Perfection is fear in a tuxedo. It looks sharp, sounds noble, feels responsible. But underneath, it's the fear of being judged, being wrong, being average, being rejected. You're not raising the bar, you're hiding behind it. Because if your standard is impossible, you never have to face what it feels like to actually try and fail. Perfection becomes a shield, and that shield becomes a cage. So how do you escape? How do you keep your standards without letting them kill your growth? 1. Redefine excellence as done well, not done perfectly. Perfection is fragile. Excellence is flexible. Let your standard be, I gave full effort within a healthy boundary. That's sustainable. That's measurable. That's human. 2. Set standards for consistency, not just outcome. Instead of, I have to write the perfect chapter, try, I write for 45 minutes no matter what. Instead of, I must have the best launch ever, try, I show up every day with energy and clarity. Build your identity around how you show up, not just what you produce. 3. Give yourself permission to release 80% work. The world doesn't need your perfect idea in a folder. It needs your 80% version in the real world, helping people, testing, growing. Perfection is invisible. Progress is visible. Shipping something good today beats holding something perfect forever. 4. Name your invisible rules and break one. Write down the rules your standards have created in your head. I must always sound smart. I can't post unless it's groundbreaking. I should always feel confident before launching. Now pick one and break it. On purpose. Do the thing imperfectly, publicly, messily. The confidence you want, it lives on the other side of that discomfort. 5. Trade ego goals for process goals. Ego goals. Be the best. Go viral. Get praise, never fail. Process goals. Post weekly, improve 1% per rep. Show up on schedule, learn out loud. Process goals don't feed your ego. They build your reality. Final thoughts. High standards aren't bad, but unexamined ones are dangerous. If your standards are building you, keep them. If they're bullying you, change them. Because in the end, no one remembers the perfect draft. They remember what you shipped, what you tried, what you built. You don't win by avoiding mistakes. You win by outlasting the fear that keeps you frozen. So drop the perfect version, start with the real one. The world is waiting for what you're scared to release. Let's fix that. And if you're ready to outgrow perfection and start living, you know what to do.